Welcome back to the Harchava podcast and to day 6 of our 12-day journey through the beginning of the month of Nissan, this beautiful portal that we are in right now leading up to Pesach. We're halfway in. Can you feel it? There's like a shift in the air right now. Like maybe something in you is beginning to settle into this rhythm, this intentional little space that you've carved out for your soul alongside all of the scrubbing we're doing right now. And today we're going to move into the tribe of Gad and the month of Elul. Elul. Even just saying Elul sounds different, feels different. It's the month that whispers instead of shouts. This is the month of the lover, being in the field with the king. This is the month where return is not a punishment, but a beautiful reunion. And Gad is very interesting because the tribe of Gad brings a very different kind of energy. He was a warrior tribe. He was bold. He was fierce. He was strategic. The name Gad is linked to mazel, to fortune, to destiny, to alignment. The tribe of Gad camped on the southern side of the Mishkan, which is a position associated with strength and restraint and precision of Gevura. And so what happens when we bring these two things together, Gad and Elul? We get this beautiful paradox that I really love of fierce softness. What? This is courage that doesn't need to roar. It's power that expresses itself through refinement. It was regal, right? This is, again, the king is in the field, and it's about being that royal presence even in a more soft place, without all of the trappings of the castle and all of the fanfare that goes with that, right? This is not the kind of strength that pushes. This is the kind of strength that chooses. It's the kind of strength that says no to noise so that it can say yes to something bigger, to truth. It clears away the clutter, the internal and the external, to make room for what matters most. So the whole month of Elul is this kind of Marie Kondo soul decluttering that we're doing. It's the quiet prep before this grand arrival of the month of Tishrei. And it's when we really get to look at our choices, hopefully gently, at our patterns, at our relationships, and say, okay, that was what it was. I'm ready to recenter. I'm ready to come back. Not in shame, but in love. You've probably heard this before, but the acronym of Elul is Ani L'Daidi V'Daidi Li. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. This is about a relationship of closeness, of knowing, of coming near. And doesn't that feel like exactly what we're all longing for, especially during the chaos of Pesach prep? Not more tasks, not more things to do, but more connection. So today is about refinement through return. It's about coming back to our own center, about realigning who we are and what we do with who we know we're meant to be. Not through force, but through focus. So there's a lot of noise around like getting back on track. Doing Teshuva means like repenting and getting back on track. And the thing is, real Teshuva isn't about like tracking. It's about truth. It's not about performance. It's about remembering who you are beneath the roles and the routines and the to-do lists and realigning with that. So if the tribe of God's strength shows up today, let it be the strength to let go of something that isn't aligned. A narrative, a belief, a should, a self-imposed rule that's just not serving you anymore. Something you're doing because someone else said you should. That's what the strength of God can be funneled into. And when you combine that with the Elul energy, this is an invitation back into relationship. Relationship with yourself, relationship with your body, making sure it's not neglected during all of the craziness right now, relationship with a loved one, with your kids, and of course with Hashem. And so for today's little embodiment practice, I want to invite you to just stand up with your feet hip width apart. Knees can be slightly bent or straight, it's up to you. And I want you to bring your hands into fists at your sides. Just hold them at your sides and make your hands into fists. And take a deep inhale, and as you inhale, squeeze them a little tighter. And then when you exhale, slowly open up your fists and stretch your fingers wide. Let your hands soften, let them release. Do this a few times. Inhale and squeeze tight. Exhale. Open up and release. Breathe in with the fist. Breathe out with the release. And ask yourself, what have I been gripping onto that I am now ready to let go of? Ready to release. And once I've done that, once I've made that space, what wants to return to me once I open up? Because here's what I found. Refinement, getting realigned, isn't about perfection. It's about something we've spoken about a few times the last few days. It's about prioritizing presence over performance. Returning is not about backtracking. It's about reconnecting. So God teaches us that strength doesn't always mean pushing harder. Sometimes strength looks like restraint, like discernment, like waiting for the right moments, like stopping and asking, is this really mine to carry? And the month of Elul reminds us that Hashem is not waiting to scold us, but to meet us where we are. Not in the palace, not in Sheol, but in the field, right here, right now, right where we are. So today we can take a deep breath and let the fire from yesterday become a focused flame. And ask yourself not what you need to do, but what you need to return to. Because sometimes the next step isn't more action. It's about doing less in a more aligned way. So I'll leave you with some journaling prompts. But for now, breathe. Remember to open up and release, and come back to what has always been waiting for you.